Today I want to talk about my favorite monster. There are a lot of creatures out there that have been created over time and a lot of really cool ones that are coming out in modern fiction now, and I'm always down for a good creature feature. I want to talk about my favorite monster, and that's vampires. And I know it's a little bit cliche, and especially the woman who likes vampires, but I actually find vampires very interesting. I wrote my master's thesis on vampires, and the reason that I did that, I have a master's degree in religious studies, and the reason that I was interested in the vampire is because the way that their relationship with Christianity and how that relationship is portrayed in film and in fiction. I looked at Anne Rice Interview with the Vampire and Memnoch the Devil. And then, of course, I also looked at Lost Souls by Billy Martin, writing as Poppy Z. Brite. But I looked at a lot of film as well. And what I was interested in is how the vampire evolves from the early 20th century, where a priest would be called in to vanquish the vampire, and there was always a struggle, but basically once the priest showed up, like, the vampire was toast, right? And then through the 1940s, where you see like Bela Lugosi's depiction of Dracula, where sort of flinches away from a cross and a priest and sort of flees away from it, but not in the same sort of dramatic way that you saw earlier. And this is even shifts between the novel and the movies. And then through the 1970s, where people started doing like this, and somehow that repelled the vampire. They no longer had to be priests. And then in the 90s with Francis Ford Coppola's Bram Stoker's Dracula, starring Gary Oldman and Winona Ryder, the cross is held up to Dracula and he lights it on fire with telekinesis. And so I am really interested in what monsters have to say about popular culture, and I focus some of my academic work on vampires specifically. I am deep in the throes of writing a vampire novel because I don't like any of the vampire fiction out there, really. I mean, some of it is really good, but so I decided to write the novel I want to read. So I'm actually working on a vampire novel right now, and I'll keep you posted on that. And so if you like vampires, stay tuned, because I am going to be shopping that manuscript hopefully early next year.